What is taking so... Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a skip intro button now. That's insane. Let's go. All right, we're in. Man, has it been a while. So I'm playing today just to make a nice little chill video just about what makes this game so great and what parts of this game are not so great. For a game that I like to say is one of the greatest indie games ever made, I have a lot to admire, but I also do have quite a few things that I'd like to critique. So yeah, I'm just gonna play a new world, new save, new everything. Kind of play through the game and talk through it and discuss what great things there are about this game and some things that I would like to see changed. So this game has been out for nearly 4 years. I think it's coming up on 4 years. It's really changed a lot since I first started playing. By 90% of all means, for the better. And I still remember playing this game way back when it released and how charming it was, and you know how charming it still is. There's so much to this game and so much I respect it for that I really wanted to take the time and talk about what I really do, why I love this game so much, and why it's what inspired me to start making videos. So this was a game that, as an indie game, naturally is few and far between, as in, okay, maybe not. They are only some indie games get the kind of attention that they deserve. Like, everyone's played an indie game that's like a multiplayer kind of roguelike. I don't even know what you want to call it. There are indie games out there that are small, quick, easy, fun, and are very mainstream. Survival games were very mainstream a long time ago, back when I was younger. Nowadays, it's a little less common. I think what they did with the survival and mixing it with this, Norse mythology has been absolutely outstanding. And I don't think they could have done it in a better way. So to start off, visuals. I think they absolutely perfected the visuals with this game. And I think everything, the way that the textures are, the way your character model is, it's that perfect amount of it's still a game and like still beautiful, if you know what I mean. Like, the textures are lower resolution, as you can see clearly. The skybox is gorgeous. The way the light sifts through the trees, it's amazing. And I'm in the fucking asshole of winter right now. Right before we got out, it's 30 below outside, but right before the cold weather kicked in, there was a brief moment where snow was more or less gone. It wasn't cold, and you could start seeing the grass, and you could start seeing some of the life come back. That reminded me of this game a lot, because I discovered this game when it came out, which was in, I think, April of 2021. So that reminded me of this and how I started making my series in April. Was it April or March? I always come back to this game. I'll play it a lot and I'll burn myself out, but after a very short amount of time, I always come back. I mean, I think my Ashlands video has only been up for about a month, or no, not a month, like 3 or 4 months, and I'm already back to playing this. Like, the visuals are great. I love the way that, especially the meadows, it's gorgeous. I told the story back in one of my Let's Play videos of the plains and how I loved the yellow grass. I loved how it looked, but I wasn't quite ready yet, and I wanted to build my first base there, and then I paid the price for it. So there's something really charming about the way this game looks, and I think it's very like user-friendly as well. It's not hard to learn. I've had a lot of people try this game that have never even like heard of it or even thought of it, and maybe not big survival game players, like guys that'll play Minecraft, but they love the game. And I love showing this game to people because it's games like these that need the recognition, need the publicity, because they're doing so much with this game, and I know their studio is still very small, and it's pretty amazing, honestly. So in game right now, I'm just fucking around. I'm looking for a spot to maybe set up shop. Oh yeah, I get fucked. But yeah, as I play through this game, I'll start talking about kind of what my thoughts were from playing through the whole game, as I replayed through the game when Mistlands came out, which was awesome. That was a very different game that I came to, and my continuation through the Ashlands, and then hopefully soon the Deep North, which makes me wonder if once they complete the Deep North, does that mean the end of updates for this game? Because it's technically early access, I believe, but with the Deep North, I wonder how much more they're gonna add. And I really hope they don't move on to a new game quite yet, because I still think there is a lot of potential. That's right. The progression in this game, I think, is, I'd argue, is damn near perfect. just the way everything flows very nicely into the next section of every game. And I love the way the biomes represent that movement, because you always, when I ask my friends that play this game, they always talk about, you know, what they've done and what biome they made it to. And that's such like a natural form of progression that I really think is perfect for this game. Ooh, are these mountains right here? Oh my god, what? They've got to have changed world gen, because you used to never be able to find mountains like this. Holy shit. See, and this is where you can always get some fun little rude awakenings when you're first starting off too, because you can see this and be like, oh hell yeah. You know, is there any cool stuff I can get up in the snow? And then, you know, a wolf spawns and annihilates you. This seems legit too. Wow. Whoa, what was that? Oh, this bloom hurts my eyes. Interesting. I'm trying to go towards water, not mountains, so I'm gonna keep looking around. There are a couple things I do want to discuss that it really did frustrate me with this game. And you don't really realize it early game, but as you get later into the game, there are aspects that really bother you, and one of them for me was always the way stamina worked. So the stamina bar, it starts off small, and the better you eat, the more stamina you get, depending on what you cook, right? But the problem is not about getting a lot of stamina, it's about the stamina regeneration. So when you're playing, you may have a lot of stamina right off the bat, but once you get 2 attack combos in and sprinting, you are out. And you have to wait for that stamina bar to go up. And it's really, really frustrating when you can't attack because you just had to sprint up to the boss to even get close to him. I don't know. And especially with the movement, like sprinting takes a lot of stamina, regen's pretty slow, and jumping especially eats your stamina up. I'll make an axe here. Ooh, it's the Dark Forest already. Or Dark Forest, the Black Forest. Can you tell it's been a while? Some very interesting world gen here. Ooh, Skeletrons. Black Forest. And this is cool too. Turn back, see how it tells you that you're not ready for this place yet, which I think has always been really cool. Oh, and that tells you about traders. The way they had the Ravens do a little bit of world building was really thoughtful. Anyway, stamina was a huge problem for me, and I think that a fix could easily be increase the base stamina regen exponentially, or I guess increase the base stamina by a multiple of like 4, because when you have to walk like this, or you have to wait forever to do anything, you have to wait for your stamina to regen, it is awful. And I had comments on some of my other videos that were saying that it ruined the game for them, and like they would stop playing because it would be so frustrating. Do I think that's a stretch to quit playing because of stamina? Yeah. But like, it says a lot about the way people see this system. They see it as frustrating rather than fair. You know what I mean? And it is annoying. It's annoying as shit. And it barely even rewards you for eating more stamina foods. So, after exploring a little bit, I don't know where I want to put my setup for now. Maybe I'll just go right over here. You can set up shop right here. This is a fun little area. Anyway, I think the way food works is brilliant. I'm gonna turn these off. I think the food was a great idea because it rewards you. It actually gives food a purpose. Maybe you have to choose good food. Whereas in other games like, Minecraft, you eat whatever food can get you there, whatever gives you the most food. There's no other advantages. There's hidden advantages, but it's not like something that really changes throughout the game. And I think that's a valuable part of this game. And they've been doing a great job. The magic update with the Mistlands with Eider, it became difficult to select your food because of you need to get a bunch of Eider food. And you want to get as much Eider as you can, but the problem is you lose both health and stamina by doing that. And I just don't think magic is good enough to justify that, because it uses stamina as well as Eider to use magic weapons. So it's kind of like, how can you justify, like I did like a half against the queen. I did a half mage build with that. So I ate one of each, one stamina food, one health food, and one Eider food. And that, what I would do is I would use my magic weapon until I ran out of Eider, and then I'd go use melee, which was actually not bad at all. I thought I'd just turn these off, but I actually didn't mind that. The problem though is, which kind of leads into my next topic, which is going to be about when you actually get magic. And the magic doesn't show up until the super late game, right? Like the second last biome you're supposed to go to. Oh, it's nighttime. Footsteps. Oops, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, you can't really, I don't know, it limits the first 2/3 of the game to just, you know, melee, right? And I really wish they would add more magic stuff to the early game, and whatever balancing that takes, you know, could be a pain in the ass or whatever. But I think that adding magic to the early game would benefit players a lot. And I like the magic. I think it's really cool. Just I think it's kind of hard to use. But anyway, another thing with magic is the way skills work. Skills are very, very interesting because it affects your damage significantly. It's damage with clubs, swords. This one does stamina use, wear on weapons, radius, and bonuses, which is why, like, all these are just damage, you know? There's a crafting. I think that might be new. And same with cooking. Serving tray wear. Yeah, I haven't used a serving tray before. But these skills are you know, they're cool, but ironically they cause some problems, because when you use the same type of weapon throughout most of the game, you have to use that weapon, or you need to spend the time upgrading it, or I guess, yeah, like upgrading that stat, or else you don't do like any damage. So I had the problem with, I wanted to switch between swords and other like maces, right? And what ends up happening is you do a lot less damage. Oh fuck, come on. Give me the food. Also, crouching doesn't affect your hitbox. Oh, we'll make this like a porch, because I want to do that. What else was I going to mention? But yeah, I was also thinking about how with stats, when you die, you lose your stats, and you actually lose a pretty significant amount. So if you keep dying over and over again, your stats basically, because later in the game, I think my stats at the end game were in like the 60s. And when you're losing a couple levels every time you die, that's a lot of time to put into, to lose in a skill. So that is something that I think should be changed. To exposed. All right. I think it should be changed, because I think the penalty for death is very harsh in this game, in particular, because just because of how you lose your items and you lose a ton of your levels. And I think that should be one or the other, where either you lose your items and you don't lose your skills, or you lose your skills, which is already a pretty significant punishment, and then you keep your items. Because a big thing with when you're increasing difficulty and where bosses will be harder and harder, it's important to understand that you're gonna die a lot. And that's how good, you know, boss fights are. Like, you have to learn the boss, and you will die trying to fight it once or twice. And when you die, losing all your stuff, I mean, just look at the way the fodder fight went for me. What happened is I died because I lost my rested buff, which I'll talk about here soon. And look at this. And then after I died, I spent, I don't even know how long trying to get my stuff back. The fight took me probably a whole half hour longer, because I had to go back and get all my stuff. And when you die, obviously your food gets reset, and you got 25 health, and then you got like 50 stamina, right? So when that happens, you're pretty much screwed. And it's very significant, in my opinion, when you lose all your stuff. And let's say you die somewhere that's very, like, I don't know, a really bad spot. Like, you're in the mountains and you're in like a giant crevice, and you fall in and you die, and all your shit is stuck in there. Or if you're you sail really far away and you don't get a portal up on time, or your portal gets broken, it's going to take you hours to get back and get your stuff. I think the punishment for death should be significant, because if it's not, then it would, there's no incentive to, preserve your life anyway. So I'm thinking of other survival games, and it's like, yeah, most survival games you do lose your items, but the experience loss is a little harsh, in my opinion. But anyway, I don't know, what else was I going to talk about? So while I'm doing it, I'll talk about it. I think the way the building works in this game is outstanding. I love how the building works. I like the grid, and I like how you can rotate on I don't even know how many. It's like 4 turns. It's pretty awesome. And you can create, that helps you create really cool shit. They did a great job. I wouldn't want them to build it any other way. Should I put one here? Cool. I don't know. I just think the grid is easy, and I've been able to build some really cool shit. How is it too exposed, game? Come on now. I was thinking about making a long documentary style video about every single detail in this game, but I don't think it would be, I don't know, it's not my format. I like to do more live commentary where it's me playing the game, talking, and that leaves room for, you know, more stuff. But I've never done the long form in that respect where it's me reading off a script. I think it feels really inorganic, like I'm forcing myself, and I don't know, I just didn't care for that. So I am open to trying new stuff, but I think this is the best way for me to talk about things. So I just thought I would play for a little while and just play through the game again, and maybe I'll a little later I'll swap and go on my main save and kind of walk back through some of the things that I had to go through. Another thing that I really do enjoy about this is the exploration, the open world aspect, where it truly is an open world game, right? Where you spend a lot of time running around. I'll make a cooking area right here. Where you spend a lot of time exploring and looking for the stuff you need. Looking for biomes, looking for certain structures. And I think that's really cool, because even just being on a boat is a lot. It's cool because, like, again, it's fun to look at. And that's the glory of this game, is that exploring is fun when the world you're in is fun to explore, you know what I mean? So just that part of it I really do enjoy. And I have, like, I'll throw some old screenshots up that of me playing this game even a long time ago. I took screenshots of the world because of how good it looks, and I don't know, there's something peaceful about this game too. I like the music. The music design is very good, very good music design, and the developers are very talented with that. They always have I think they've always had the right music for every situation. I know how that works. What other critiques do I have about this game? I think a big thing that bothered me was how it got repetitive when it came to weapons, and they did a better job with this as with the Ashlands by adding an elemental variant, but at the same time the damage type will change, but other than that, still the same move set, same attacks, you know. What the fuck? So, you know, the bronze sword you get right in the beginning of the game, it still swings the same way as the best sword at the end of the game, like the Durnwin, which was cool because the way you got it was unique. It was basically like a bunch of different quests, which I thought was really thoughtful, and I wish they did more of that instead of it just being get the ore of the biome and then from there just make the weapon. So I think more weapon drops from enemies is a good idea, and they don't have to be good. Like, they can be, some should be good. Like, if you defeat, like, what's that? Oh fuck, what the hell? Oh, this is awesome. The you know, the Draugr elites, right? Oh, so the iron sledge, that's another cool one where you need to get a trophy, or I think it's 2 or 3 trophies to get it, and that was really cool because it's a challenge, and it's like, to get this really good weapon, you got to do some really hard shit, and it's worth doing that. Every single time I've played, it's been worth it, especially because of how useful it is in the boss fight. And I wish there was more creative development around that, because it does get annoying when it's just, I got black metal, now I can smelt this, make a black metal sword, compared to something like, I got this iron, but I need to go find some Draugr elites and, you know, get their trophies so I can make this really good weapon. And then also part of it, you have to go find the trader and trade for the I forgot what it's called, the Emir flesh and that shit, which is super cool, and it's a really good idea, but they don't do it enough. And I think you should reward the player for going out of their way to do cool shit like that, you know? So I wish they would do more stuff like what they did in the Ashlands. Make like you know that the rancid remains you find, the skeleton that has like a poison mace, let it drop that. The damage doesn't have to be crazy, you know? the damage can be like, you know, it can be okay, but just have it be an option because people will use it, you know? You don't need to make weapons overpowered for people to use them. If you add a bunch of variety, people will use them. Or better yet, add more equipment, add more ways you can boost your damage. Like if I have a lightning sword, I can equip some sort of armor, not even armor, but like some sort of, for lack of a better term, like a talisman. Like a talisman to help increase your damage for that damage type. And then have that be another thing you have to go through, like a dungeon to get, you know? There we go, that'll do. That's just my 2 cents about how they could positively change the way weapons work. Because I do like I mentioned, I do like the way the progression works, but what I don't like is how repetitive it can get. But anyway, let's talk more about stuff I do like. I think the weight mechanic and the inventory, I think that's very fair. I think makes sense, right? I don't know, there's just not much to complain about with that. The crafting is good. I like how you can build upgrades like this, and it levels up your workbench, right? And you unlock new stuff, and you can upgrade your stuff to higher quality, and it gives it more damage. I think that's a great idea, the upgrading process. The fog does get annoying though, especially when you're sailing. Fog can be a son of a bitch. Oh, is it going away as I say that? Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, ooh, there's leather here. See now, see how I have to wait for my stamina? That gets annoying. You just have to stand there and wait. So yeah, if I had to change one thing right now, it would be increase the amount of stamina, or not the amount, but the regen speed. And then the buffs too, like rested buff is so good. It's a necessity at all times in the game, where when you're exploring and you don't have the rested buff active, you just go back and get it and then go explore. That's how crucial it is. And I've had times where I'm fighting a boss and I see you're no longer rested. I'm like, well, fuck, I should just go back and get rested or else I'm just gonna die. And that's also a great building incentive with rested, is you can increase your duration by building more shit, more decorations and stuff. It's a super good idea, very good idea. And I love it. It's just that they need to make that rested buff the default, because it is you end up being way too dependent on it in a bad way, where you can't really play the game without it, or almost guarantees death. Because if you die because you run out of stamina to dodge stuff, like that feels like bullshit. It really does. Like I'd rather die because I failed to dodge an attack, or I just, yeah, it's more like that, where it's a skilled thing where I'm losing because I'm not good enough yet, not because of damage numbers. Like that's what I got mad about with final boss to get the last piece of the Dern win. Also, yeah, spoilers. It got frustrating because to get it, it's a beehive in here. To get it, you had to fight this boss. Poisoned. Oh, I'm just eating damage. But you're fighting this final boss, and it's the same exact shit as the... There we go, I got it. The same exact shit as a normal skeleton, except it does ungodly amounts of damage. And like, that just feels cheap. Where there's one attack where you could be, I think it does 250 damage, where if you're rested, not even that, I had over 100 defense at the time, and I didn't block it, and I got one shot, and I was like, are you kidding me? Because, oh yeah, it's the same like normal move, except it does a shit ton of damage, and there's nothing you can do about that. So my thoughts are, make it a unique attack that may not do as much damage, but can do a lot of damage if you're not prepared for it. And like, since it was the same moveset as a regular skeleton, I didn't really know what to expect. So it would just swing at me, I'm like, oh, this shouldn't do that much, and then boom, I'm dead. Like, that is annoying. I think the shaman, like the Greater of Shaman, is a good little mix up there, because, you know, it's a different enemy, and it adds more to how you fight. So there are a couple things there. My favorite biome, I do like just the meadows for its simplicity, and it's just classic. You spend most of your time in the meadows, but my favorite biome behind that is probably the plains. Even though the plains can be tricky, I love the way it looks. And I like that you can farm in the plains. And, I don't know. I just always liked the plains, man. That's the glory of this game, right? So excited to sit here and wait. My stamina. I jump. Oh, I missed. Now I gotta wait. Sprint jump. There we go. Put my beehives out on the porch. There we go. I'm out of wood already, brother. Oh, there we go. That's why. We'll do our 26 degree. I could go around and put next up there. Here we go. That looks good. See, now I'm getting that resting, right? I bet if I turn this, it'll work. There we go. We're sleeping. We're sleeping. But yeah, I mean, see, it's just fun playing through this game again. I don't know. Let's hop over to my other save and let's check out. Let's just see what else is going on. Okay. Oh, wait. Fuck. Did this again. Oh, fuck. Okay, every time I load in, I have to change my graphics. Oh, that's not good. It's to be 2560 by 1440. There we go. All right, here we are, right where I left off before. Oh, this map is awesome. They changed the Deep North because I used to, look at that. They fucked up the world gen. I should look at that. Yeah, this was one of my favorite parts of the game is how you kind of reveal the map like this. And there's so much out there. Like I would just sail around and look, and explore. And here's this, you know, I find this island. I'm like, that'd be a sick place for a base. You kind of start thinking about your base. Ashlands, it was hell, like they intended. Very difficult. Ashlands might have been really frustrating. And it was also, I started playing it kind of on release. So there were a lot of things about it that, like, the numbers weren't quite balanced. There were a lot of really frustrating parts of the game I think they did fix. Oh yeah, the light armor and heavy armor. I think in my my motor video I do a good job explaining why light armor is just not worth it. Whereas you might you don't get that like this one decreases, since this is like late game, you know, it decreases the run and jump stamina usage, but the other light armor has no effect on it, but regular armor slows you down by I think 30%, and it's just not worth it. The amount of damage you take compared with light armor is unbelievable. You take so much more damage. Yep, the old setup here. I love it. Portals are a great addition, and I do like how you can't teleport metals. It might be an unpopular opinion or whatever, but I think that is a very good way of balancing the game. Because if you can teleport metals, there's no point in building a new base or anything, you know? So at that point, all you need... Oh, fuck, new items. Oh, they added a new trader in the swamp. And I have no idea where one of those are. I'm not like finding it, but just some builds. I'm just looking back at some of the stuff I built. A lot of fun making this. Having a brewery. I thought this was so much fun to make. I don't know. It was just a blast. And when it comes to building, we can even just look at my... plains base. Like, look at this. This was super cool. It was fun to build too. And then one sec. It's dark in here. Yeah, like this shit's sweet. And yeah, these are the front doors, little sitting areas. I mean, God, this was so much fun to make, and it looks sick. And it was hard to make. Like I came up with my own designs and stuff, and it's easy to come up with a good design, I think, when you know they give you all these tools. And then you go out the back door, and then this is where you get all the good stuff, right? I planted these trees. It looks kind of funky. I don't know if I like it or not, but you know, you can have grow beds, flax and barley. And then I have a blacksmith where there is some random shit here. God, it's crazy to look back. What is all this? Look at all this groused, and did I just throw this in the ground? Like having this whole smelting set up, and it was sick. Having the artisan table set up for shield cores and ceramic plates. Then you come over here, I got lava lamps, and these are my two portals. My Ashlands base and my temporary portals. You got your other stuff. I was gonna build more out here. I just don't think I got around to it. But I had so much fun in the plains. I don't know. And this was a fun thing, a little cool thing I did. Made a little shrine for the Ashlands. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I love looking back at this. Makes me smile. Let's check out... Oh, dude, I put so much work into this space, you have no idea. Absolutely no idea how hard I worked. Okay, the game volume is a little too loud now. Like 20%. I got a fucking hot tub in here, dude. I got a bed in the corner, and it looks so cool. I wish I could have made this bigger, but I thought I had it pretty good. Also, I'm missing a piece there. How does that even happen? Oh, it bothers me. Oh well. Like, this was super fun to make. It's like old cathedral style. How I barely got this thing to stay. If I got a hammer out, it'd be fucking black with how low the structure is. I could sit here on the throne. It's super cool. And this thing here, I was gonna make like a weapons little wall here. Like, look how fucking sweet that sword looks. Like, the visuals are fantastic. Like, the weapons look sweet. Like, look at that shit. Oh, fuck. I wish I should have played around a little more with the two-handed weapons. Like, it'd be so sick if instead of a little stab like this, it did like a wave of blood that healed you. Like, how fucking sick would that be? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think it's sick. The Demolisher, like, that's sick. Dunder, I don't know, it's all really cool as shit. I love how it looks. I just wish they added a little more. And, like, check this out. Doesn't that not look sick? And I've got these ballistas. I don't know, I had a lot of fun making this. It's just, man. But yeah, this video is just a fun little video to kind of talk about why I love this game so much and some things that I would correct. And I've got more to talk about. I just can't think of anything right now. So let me know what you think, and I'll definitely talk more about this or other games, and even thinking about doing some other games on the channel. I tried to do a Pal World video, but I think I got to that game just a bit too late, where the game had hit its peak, and then that kind of wave of popularity was starting to die down, and so I kind of just missed it. But I don't know. I spent a lot of time in the video. I had a lot of fun, and it didn't turn out well, and I also had a copyright claim, but whatever. I don't know. I'm looking to do new stuff because this game, you know, I can only play it so much, and if there are any ideas, I even thought about making a big server, but I can't host. I don't have any way to host. I don't want to pay for it, so because I think it'd be fun to have a community server, even like this, or even like Minecraft or some shit. You know, I like having a community of people. But anyway, there's a motherfucker out there. Anyway, I think that'll do it. Thank you for watching. It's fun to make, and I'd love to do more of this in the future, so let me know. I'll see you guys later.